Peace. Welcome to another episode of And Still It's All Love. I'm your host, Priest Divine 11, and today we have a special guest, none other than Chaka the Her Magician. Hi, Chaka.
Hey, y'all.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, well, let's get right on into it. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
I'm Chaka the Hair Magician, as most of you know. I'm 34 years old. I have 3 kids. I'm a hairstylist. Actually, I'm just a jack of all trades, but I'm going under the title of a hairstylist. And I'm just up here today to just kind of give people a deeper insight on me and who I am and what I bring to the table.
Okay. And let's talk about a little bit of what makes you you, the different things that you like to embark on as far as creativity.
As far as
your hobbies, I guess.
my hobbies, yeah. As far as my hobbies that I turn into small hustles, I do candy fruit, I do tie dye, I do glitter sneakers, glitter shoes. Pretty much anything anybody brings to me, I try to, make it happen. And so far, so good. I ain't had no ever fails.
I know that's right.
So I've been mastering everything that people bring me.
Okay. And as far as your passion, what do you feel like fuels it?
What fuels my passion would just have to be me being a single mom and losing my daughter's father like 12 years ago. That was something that it broke me down, but I realized I had to go harder because now I got a daughter with no father,
And I definitely understand that. I'm in a position where everybody is present, and sometimes it's just I find myself having to go extra hard and having to feel like it's me against the world, and if I'm not right, nothing is going to be right. So I definitely understand that. Let's speak about the trauma that fuels your passion.
The trauma that fuels my passion is everybody, I'm sure, already knows. It's just the loss of my boyfriend, my daughter's father.
Okay.
That right there, just took me to a whole nother place I never been to before. I never been in that dark of a place. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like keeping busy or embarking on different creative?
Yeah, that's what fuels my creativity, because I was in a place where I just was dealing with so much and I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to release it. I didn't know how to do nothing but be stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I started doing these hobbies because I was so depressed. I was just to a place where I just felt like I didn't really want to be here no more,
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta do something to change it. I got kids, I got things to live for. I had to constantly encourage myself. So what I just started doing is I just started getting in the kitchen one day. I'm like, let me make some candy fruit. I saw it on TikTok and I was like, I want to make some candy fruit. I want some. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna try to make some.
Yeah.
So the first time I tried them, ooh, y'all, that was ugly. Oh my God,
It's always like the first time.
but it tasted good, so I'm like, I'll keep going, because if I get these right, these gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept at it till I finally got it right. And it was something about me doing that candy fruit and seeing how it turned out. It was I thought it just takes my mind away from everything that I deal with on a daily basis. It started turning around my whole mood. So it just got to a point where I'm just I started noticing that's what makes me feel better.
Yeah. And then the people, honey, y'all be loving it. I be seeing y'all be going crazy for that fruit.
Y'all know I started that candy fruit thing. I started that candy fruit thing. Ain't no shade, but I definitely started that candy fruit thing. So people didn't even know what they're like, what is that? I'm like, it's candy fruit. Try it.
And another thing that I want to just commend you on is your strength and power as a woman to not let something so hurtful keep you down, because what I've seen is people become weak and they lose sight of themselves, they lose sight of their family, they lose sight of what's important and what's still here, failing to realize life gotta go on, and these children didn't ask to be here, and it's bad enough that they're missing somebody now. If you are emotionally, mentally, and spiritually just absent, it's not going to be beneficial. And for you to have went through all of that and one day decided that your thoughts, your intrusive thoughts were getting in the way of your growth and elevation as a woman. And to decide that you want to change that is huge.
Thank you.
It's huge. Because it's hard. Healing is hard. Accepting things like that is hard. So I definitely do commend you for that.
Speaking of which, I just recently went into the apartment where everything had happened with him. I'm sure a lot of y'all don't know the story, so I don't mind being open. It's okay. So 12 years ago, whatever, we was staying with a friend of mine, and a few guys that he knew called him and was trying to purchase something that he had and whatnot. And we know these guys, like, this is somebody that I've seen him around countless times. So, the last thing you're thinking is that somebody that you know is gonna hurt you, while you're with your family. So he gave a call, he went outside and, things transpired, I had to witness him, go outside where the guys were and hearing the gunshots and witness him coming back into the house and just trying to, stay alive. And that was very hard. That's something that still sticks with me to today, no matter what I do, or that don't go away. You know what I'm saying? In the process of that, I almost lost my baby. Bullets was flying through the house. It was a numerous amount of people there, but it's just like, if all those people weren't there, I might want to have my baby today. I just could have lost everything in one day. And it was just very hard. Like, I was lost for a long time. Like, I didn't know who I was. Like, I really had to, go through a lot of things. It took me about 8 years to really decide that, I gotta heal from this. Because if I don't heal from this, how my daughter gonna heal? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna be able to teach her how to deal with stuff if I'm letting this break me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to make a choice, look, you gonna either grieve yourself to death or you gonna heal. Grieving yourself to death is not gonna bring him back. It's not gonna make it easier. It's not gonna do anything but just keep me down. And I know that's the last thing he would want from me.
Right.
So I just made the choice, I have to heal. And that's how I got into connection with you.
Right. And when you choose to heal, that is the elevation of spirits, because I know there are a lot of women in Wilson who don't have their child's father because of a spiritual transition. And I hope that this Chaka story can just encourage y'all if y'all are in a dark space, because I know that sometimes it gets hard and you probably have those thoughts and it's probably just beating you down some days. But listen, it's power in healing, and it's power in turning your pain into power. Yeah, and that's what you did. Yeah.
Like, when I do hair, I look at that as me just healing a little bit more. I don't know, something about me doing hair, really just transition my whole life into just being more positive and trying to take a negative and turn it into a positive.
Right, and you're doing one hell of a job. I don't care what the people say. You're doing one hell of a job, because your children are happy, they're beautiful, they're vibrant, and you can tell, it wouldn't even matter where y'all at. Them children are loved, and that's all that matters. A lot of people don't have that, and I know for you having to parent celebrity differently because of the situation, that becomes difficult too. But one thing that she's gonna be able to say when she get older is that my mother never let me forget my father, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, when I first noticed you, first of all, I didn't know who you was. I don't even know where she came from, y'all. She just was on my timeline on my main page, my NA Pretty Lots page one day. And the video of her giving celebrity the pillow, y'all, I was to play the suit. And if you know me, baby, I'm a little tough. It's a lot to get to me. So I seen that and I was like, oh Lord, that is just the sweetest thing I've seen all damn day. It just was a lot. But then she started standing out more and more and more and more, and I felt like seeing her I don't even know her. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? But that's how it's been with a lot of people. People be standing out, and I don't know what to do sometimes with the energy, because everybody don't take well to certain things. So I decided to wait. I didn't want to bother this woman, honey. I decided to wait. I decided to just let spirit move. Okay. So let's talk about you venturing into your healing, and what do you feel like the healing? What did it look like for you, and what do you feel like it looked like for others?
Heal. I'm just saying this healing is a nasty word. Yeah. Okay, I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Everybody like, I'm healing, and you smiling.
And you running through the valley.
Hold on now, because healing is rough. Healing is not all, I feel good. No, healing is having some bad days, like, that you really gotta face and you really gotta deal with. Like, for example, me going into that apartment, like, a couple weeks ago.
Just recently,
yeah.
Okay.
This year.
Okay.
I drove by. I was at the park. I like to go to the park sometimes, just kind of clear my head and just try to meditate a little bit, just try to be in nature a little bit. And when I left from there, I rode past and I saw that they was in there painting. And I'm like, that apartment open? I've never seen like the door open and seen it in that, in that manner when I ride past. And normally for a long time, I couldn't even ride past there because my stomach would be doing flips. Like, my anxiety would be out of the roof. It's like I'm reliving the whole situation, like just riding by. So this took a lot for me to actually like turn my car around and go park and get out and walk up there and just, explain to the guys that was in there, like, I'm not trying to buy the place or nothing. I just wanted to, come in for a second and look around if it's okay with y'all. And I explained to them, like, something happened tragic to me here a long time ago, and I'm just trying to face something. So they gave me the respect. They took a cigarette break and let me come in and, just walk around. I don't even know what it was that I was looking for when I went in there, but I knew I needed to go in there for some reason. So I went in there, and I was fine when I was in there, but of course I didn't want to stay too long. It was kind of like I was like, okay, I gotta get out of here. So when I left out, that's when I noticed that bullet hole there in the wall where my baby bassinet was laying. So on the way out, that was just rough. I was a plate of soup.
Yeah.
It was almost like I relived everything. Like, and I had a bad day where I had to go in my house and just sit in my chair and just sit to myself and just deal with it for a minute. Like, I didn't talk on the phone, I didn't talk to nobody, I just wanted to be by myself. And it was like, that was a rough day, but it was like later on, it's like, I know that what I did helped me. It was a part of some closure that I needed, you know what I'm saying, and what happened, so that I could continue to move forward with it almost being somebody's birthday. And it just made me also appreciate my baby more, because I realized, it's like, I already knew, but it's like, me going in there and seeing that bullet hole in the wall is just a reminder that I could have lost her, but I didn't.
Right.
So it just made me want to go like, the extra mile as a mom, because I'm like, I could not have her. I'm just glad I got her.
Right. And that's what I feel like is the most astronomical thing about your story, is the fact that you see the value in the pain. It's like you're not just looking at it and choosing to be just, I just wonder, God, why? Like, I've never seen you have that type of situation or that type of reaction. You've always been very humble, very understanding, and even patient with yourself when it comes down to your healing journey. And people don't understand. People do not understand, especially if they've never been through it. I myself don't even understand, but I'm just speaking from a higher point of view. Like, I know for a fact people do not understand that. And so when you're having your days and people, come by or swing by and things not right, people gotta criticize. But it's like keeping in mind that, hey, like, this is still a mom that's dealing with,
My whole life was criticized. Like, I had people that thought that I might have turned to drugs because I lost a little bit of weight.
That's what
people probably thought like I wasn't able to take care of my baby. It was a lot. You know what I'm saying? People didn't quite understand me when I had those lash out moments. They looked at it from a negative place instead of realize like, I'm dealing with something. For everybody, it's like, everybody else said, the funeral come, but after the funeral, I was the one that really had to deal with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a baby every day that's looking just like this man, and it's like, I never expected this to be her life, my life, our life.
Right.
And it was hard to accept. Like, and I feel like a lot of people looked at me. I lost a lot of friends behind it. Some people said I was too depressed for them to be around, So I made a bunch of new friends that really probably wasn't even friends, but when you're grieving, everybody want to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of people at my house coming around, and it's like, I had to realize, well, none of them people my friends. It took for me to get to a place where I started like coming into my spiritual awakening, where I'm realizing like a lot of these people, they were only here for clout, as you may say, or just like I said, just be a part of something that really wasn't my friends. Because when it really got hard, a lot of them couldn't be there, faded away. You know how they go. But it's like I had to disconnect from a lot of people after that, because I really realized once I started coming into the spiritual awakening, like these people was never your friend, Chaka. They was just here for entertainment or whatever, because you cool, you popular, people know you, blah blah blah. Everybody want to say, oh, I was with Chaka, look, eat baby mama, yeah, I'm a celebrity, like, you know, it was just something fun for everybody to do at the time. But it's like when stuff got real, like I really realized like half of them people was not my friends.
Right, and I definitely understand. And to every person who told you that you was too depressed, I want y'all to know something. God will have a way of humbling you. If you lose your mom, you lose your grandmother, you lose your lover, hell, even your child. You cannot judge somebody's grieving process. It's not your job. You don't get to put a time stamp on when somebody's heart, mind, and just overall emotions need to be okay with such a great loss. Like, overstand and understand. People, it's hard, and that's a different type of impact. We talking about a traumatic impact from a person who saw it happen. And just imagine, some women don't even see it, are not present when things happen to their partners, and vice versa. Yeah,
but being there, that's a whole nother
that's a whole
game. That's different.
And people should have gave you grace. And like, I don't care if it was some odd years later, if it is now, and we are sitting here in 2024, and it happened whenever it happened. I just feel like understanding and understanding, like, when you truly love somebody, when somebody is truly, really meant for you, you will constantly feel that person. And you will constantly, on top of having to feel that person, looking at a person that is a product of that person.
Everybody know how much celebrity look just like them.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is crazy.
And it's a lot. Like, y'all gotta learn how to lay off for people when they're dealing with stuff, and because you just never know.
You might have to take a walk in that person's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, now I see what she was talking about.
Yeah.
I had a few people do stuff like tell somebody not to give me a job because I'm going to be at the graveyard crying. Like, don't give her a job. She just going to be at the graveyard calling out because she at the graveyard crying.
Oh,
and somebody that just did something to my soul, because it's like, I might would have did that today.
Don't let me find out.
I'm like, I may have would have done that today, but who are you to stop me from taking care of my daughter because of how I may grieve? It's just like, people is just, there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
And that's how heartless people be, and that's why sometimes when I have the moments that I have on my own accord, is sometimes people will mishandle you, and people will see you going through all of the hell and give this much, zero fucks about it, and come at you how they come at you, nitpick, start with, it all be so unnecessary because, bro, I'm having an inner spiritual battle right now.
Right.
Then I gotta battle you on top of that. It's all too much. But I will speak on the ancestral covering.
Okay.
Because for something that traumatic to have happened, and you're here today, your daughter is here today, don't nobody need to, and I'm saying this because I see it, don't nobody ever need to mistake, because y'all already seen it before I even came into the picture now. Don't nobody need to think that she alone don't have her own covering, because she does. That story, that situation, if you were there, you know how it went down, then you've seen it. So it's like, it ain't no need to think, oh, was she around that girl doing something to me? If you get to messing with God people, hey, it is what it is, and you never know why her and celebrity have to walk this journey that they're walking, and people getting in the way, and people speaking about things that they have nothing about, that they have no knowledge about.
Jesus,
is not.
I have heard some things, okay? Yeah, I've heard that I said my baby father up, and that is absurd. Like, people are just nasty. They'll see you grieving and come up with all these nasty, foul rumors, like, I was grieving. What is that try to put on me? Like, why would I want my daughter's father to go?
Exactly.
I was in love. I was ready to be all y'all dying. Behind my man here. And still will. Hold on, let me know. And still will.
Right.
Period. He ain't gotta be here, man. I
know that's
play by
right.
Eric Williams. To today, living, gone, it don't matter to me.
Right, and then it's like y'all have to understand and understand if a person was one way when they were in the physical, they're going to be the same way in the spiritual. And I will say that some of y'all be having barriers when it comes to her because of him. And some of y'all have experienced things. And it's because of him. So it has nothing to do with the hoodoo lady. Some people, and that's what
let's clear that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the rumors. I've actually had to cut a friend out because they want to say that I do voodoo because I know you, because I'm in connection with you, because me and you cool, we have a relationship. And it's just like, people, just because people have relationships don't mean, y'all like to turn everything into negativity. But we gonna reverse that right now. We gonna throw some positive stuff on these. Since I met her, I have done nothing but heal and be better. Like, we don't speak upon whatever y'all thinking upon voodoo, evil. That's not our conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's far from what we're about when it comes to my healing journey. This is about me trying to heal so that I can be better for my kids and so that I may break generational curses with my ancestors. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I try to make a relationship with my ancestors now. Like, we go to the graveyard and we take flowers and we do this and that, but it's like, are we really giving honor for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that really the way to do things, or is that the way that we've been taught to do things? And so I try to make a connection with my ancestors, like, on a deeper level. Like, I have full-blown conversations with my ancestors about what I need, what I want. I know my grandmother is present in my life. My grandfather is prevalent in my life. Like, I know what ancestors are moving in my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I give all, you know what I'm saying, all the honor to God, but I also gonna give it to my ancestors because they forever stepping in the way. And that's why I can't be messing with him.
Okay.
I'm trying
and y'all be
my ancestors don't play.
trying. It's so sad. Because but see, she's amongst many of people right here in Waterway. They just got a different covering on them. It's just what it is. It's not always me. And like I've said before, some people are just automatically who they are, and that's why they stand out. Some people stand out because of the energy the ancestral covering is on them.
And they like, oh, Chaka cut me off because of that girl. No, let's clear that up. I cut you off because of you. And what you was doing and how you were moving in my life, and if it didn't fit, but what I got going on, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Because a lot of y'all invite the devil, chaos, misfortune, bad luck, death even into y'all lives.
By the people you hang around.
Right, through y'all friends.
So I just decided to change up my environment. The moment I see, like, I gotta question you or something about your energy ain't matching mine or feeling like it's aligning with mine, you gotta go. And it don't be no hard feelings. Anybody that I ever was close with and I disconnected myself from, there are no hard feelings. Like, I love you wholeheartedly. If I ever loved you, I still love you. That'll never change. But when it comes to what I'm trying to build and what I'm trying to do, I understand that when you're trying to go somewhere, you can't take everybody with you. Like, that'll hold you down. It'll block your blessings. And I'm to a point where I'm tired of blocking my blessings. Like, I want the best for me and mine. Because I got to take care of me and mine.
I know that's right.
So I got to protect my energy. I got to protect my peace. I got to protect my kids, what's around my kids. So, yeah, it's a lot of people that I don't associate or deal with no more, but it's no love lost. I'm just doing what I need to do to elevate for me and my children.
Right. And then it's like, I feel like that's how you know who's real and who's not, because anybody who is fully in alignment will understand what she's saying. It's like sometimes you just can't partake in things because it'll slow you down. Like what your friend and stuff got going on, that ain't your battle. Sometimes I know that's how we roll, that's how I grew up too. We gonna fight for our friends.
Okay, you must my friend.
But sometimes it's not, especially when you're a mom like that bad luck, that karma gonna come back and hit you.
And
try to
run a business. Like I try to run a business. Like I was very known for fighting and knocking y'all eyes.
Not knocking y'all eyes.
Clean out. And I got to a point where like I didn't want that tied in my name no more. Right. It just got to a point like I've lost jobs and everything like behind just an image of me defending myself. Anytime I was into something, it was because somebody was bothering me. I've never been a bully, you know what I'm saying? But that was hard to get off of my name. So it's like for the first time, like with me doing hair and doing something different, I feel like I'm finally able to get that off my name and get something more positive on my name. So it's like that's what's been saving y'all. That's why I don't kick ice.
Yeah. And that's growth too, because
unless I'm touched.
Take it there.
Unless it get took there. If it don't get took there, say what you want to say, do what you want to do. It ain't facing me nothing.
Right.
As long as it ain't affecting my money, we okay.
I know that's right. And I will say this too. Now, I know for a fact, people I know personally that came and got slayed, baby, it ain't even just about them physically looking the part. It's about the conversation, the fellowship, the energy, the laughter, okay?
Because I love my clients. And one thing about it, when you come get your hair done, it's going to be a vibe when you hit it done. I might have some food ready.
Okay.
I might have a little candy fruit ready. You know, I'm going to have the music vibing, and I'm going to bring good energy every time. I could be having the worst day, and my clients will never know because I try not to bring that into my business. I try to always have good energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be on nobody's head overthinking nothing, thinking about 1,000,001 things. When I'm on people's head, it's like my mind be so clear. I be having such a clear mind, right? I don't know. I think because I just like to see how it's gonna look at the end. I know it's gonna look good, so I just be focused. You know
and another thing that I appreciate about her, one day we was having a conversation, and she said, "Now I might do hair when I'm not feeling good, but if I'm feeling negative, I ain't touching nobody's head."
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Y'all need to pay attention, because if somebody is doing your hair and they got an attitude, they mad, they're transferring their energy to you. Now you bitchy and stuck up too. But I will say that there are a lot of amazing, dope hairstylists in Wilson, and they all have their own lanes. And y'all gonna pick a side and stay there and stop trying to pin all of this greatness against each other. It makes no sense, because all of these women slay. They slay, period. And it's like you cannot put one against the other without giving both of them their props, because to me, I don't feel like there's nobody better than the next. I feel like they all sit in the same
brackets. Exactly. I hate the episode that made me stop doing hair a long time ago, because people was always trying to make a hair beef with men and other stylists. Like, actually, rest in peace, Boo Wop. Me and Boo Wop, like, we had to get together one day and really talk, like, because people was trying to, turn us against each other. Like, I really stopped doing hair because I felt like it was going to have me and hurt.
Why do y'all do that in Wilson? Y'all try to get in people's stuff and try to, because there's people getting in, something they got something to do with me and my sister, and they're doing it. It's like y'all do have a way of trying to turn people against each other, and it's like y'all be giving people the balance to do certain things, so y'all better stop being messy, because that messiness can be handled on a different type of level too, okay? Alright.
But it's like with the hairstylists, I want to make that clear. I have no problem with any hairstylists. All y'all do, everybody fine. I look at everybody word. If I see it look good, I'm going hard. I ain't on no haterade stuff, because at the end of the day, what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. I can't take nothing away from you, and you can't take nothing away from me. I can't take no money out your pocket. You damn sure can't take no money out of mine.
There's plenty out here for everybody.
With that being said, I think more Wilson hairstylists should come together.
Yes.
Rather than
absolutely.
Do her wars.
Exactly. So let's talk about once you did embark on your journey, and you saying, okay, coming into your big disconnect, okay, I got to stop hanging around these people because of this and that and the third, but how did you feel like it affected your energy growth and your peace?
It affected my energy and growth and my peace, because I had people around me that just like to come and keep stirred and like sitting around just listen to my business, so they can go run it to the next and tell them, oh, Chaka was doing this, oh, Chaka said, oh. So it's like when I cut everybody off, it was so that I could really focus on me and my healing. I wasn't in a space mentally or spiritually like to even be around nobody, like, because I wasn't right. And like I don't realize, I saw how when I was in a depressed state before, I lost a lot of friends. So it was like once, the depression is up and down. I don't have my good moments and I have my good ones. Like the last time when I really went through a rough depression after I had trauma, I realized then, like, I gotta find myself, and I can't do it around some of these people because they just gonna keep having me partaking in activities that I don't need to be doing right now. If y'all ain't on the same page that I'm on, we don't need to be hanging right now. And I was really trying to work on myself. I didn't need nobody intervening or in my way.
Yeah.
I just felt like when people was at my house, it was distracting me from what I need to be doing. Like when I'm by myself, I might just open my book and just write about my feelings, or but it's like when you got people around, you ain't gonna do that. You entertaining what they got going on.
Yeah.
So it was like people was a distraction for me. So it was like I had to cut it loose. And then I know some of them, half of them, I should have had cut you off anyway, but because I was in such a low vibrational place and I wasn't really loving myself, I was still allowing certain people to be in my life that should have already been gone. But it was like once I began on this healing journey and just loving myself more, I realized like, why do I need to still be friends with these people? No, you might not did nothing right now.
Right.
But I ain't forgot what you did when I wasn't strong enough to cut the friendship off or relationship or whatever. Like, I'm showing them how strong I am now, okay?
I know that's right.
It's big shocking.
But do you feel like even within all of that, like, your liberation and elevation within like just your work ethic from then to now, and how you're stepping on the scene and you putting your household name out there, you letting it be known, how do you feel like overall that great disconnect affected you positively?
It affected me positively because I actually had the space to just grow and elevate right in front of people's eyes.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people didn't understand it. They still don't. Some people still don't understand it. But I'm doing what I'm doing for a greater reason. It's like some people I really probably didn't even really want to cut out because I love hard. Like, I love people so hard. Like, if I love you, I love you.
And we're gonna pray for their growth, because sometimes cutting people off is just because y'all out of alignment. You're trying to grow and they're not. But they can still grow, and when they grow, hey, the friends. Yeah, because see, now we got something in common.
Yeah.
If you're still living on a low vibrational wave and I'm trying to,
that ain't gonna work.
Right. It just ain't.
And it's like people will say all the time, like, oh, I'm trying to do this, but they'll only be trying to do it because they see you doing it, their heart not really in it. Like, everybody got their time. And this was my time now. Like, I done been through so much, like, in 12 years. Like, it's time for me to be happy. It's time for me to elevate. It's time for me to heal and have everything I'm supposed to have. Like, I feel like I was stuck for a long time in my life, just now starting to move. Something that I should have did 10 years ago that I couldn't do because my mindset wasn't in the right place. I was coming from a low vibrational frequency, like. But now that I done raised my vibration, but I just see everything differently.
Exactly. Yes. And I'm gonna give you the room to just talk about your ancestral guidance and how ever since you came into with your ancestors, just how they love on you and show you things, and even within that, if you don't get what you want, like just how it feels in the different like reasons and ways and timing, just everything that involves ancestral guidance since you've been connected.
Now, ancestral guidance is rough because it's really like most of it is you using your intuition, and that's why I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm still working on myself. Like, it's some days that I should probably meditate, and I probably haven't meditated because I'm so busy with my kids and so busy with my career. But I try to remember to stay grounded with that because I know like they are so prevalent in my life to a point where it's just like, when I ask for something and I don't get it, I don't get upset. I realize that must wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But the times I needed them, they come through them.
Come on now. Because I tell people, a lot of times when things do not happen, it is not failure. It is because you're getting in the way. Don't be going and stepping on them spirits' toes because they know what's best for you.
Yeah.
If they say, no, you don't need to go to the beach this week and you still planning to go to the beach, oh, yes, please expect for something to go wrong.
Right. Because intuition. Like, your intuition, half the time, is nothing but your ancestors connecting with you and you're ignoring it.
Exactly.
Like, they're in your higher conscience, like, and you're ignoring it. Like a lot of times when bad stuff happens, you probably already had that little feeling or that little vibe, like something ain't right, like something. But that's your ancestors the whole time just trying to protect you. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank them for everything that they do in my life. Like, very prevalent. Like, I just speak out to them on a regular. I may just sit, like today, I was sitting and meditating, and as I had my eyes closed, I just seen my grandma's face, like, so big, like, in my head. Like, just so big. And I know it's because I've been trying my best to let my grandma not feel forgotten. That's how you honor your ancestors, y'all. Just don't let them feel forgotten. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If you got a great grandma that everybody used to stay with, and, you know, took care of everybody. Like, when it's her birthday, y'all get together as a family and have things and eat your grandma's favorite foods and listen to her favorite music. Like, that's what honoring your ancestors is. It's not just going to the graveyard, putting flowers down there. It's deeper than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, to each his own.
It's definitely carrying the ancestral energy of your family. And girl, you just went off. And I appreciate that because that's what I'm trying to help people understand and understand, that being afraid of your ancestors is absurd.
Fun story. Fun fact real quick. Me and her was talking one day, and I just was saying I wanted to go to the graveyard and pay my ancestors a visit, go see my granddad, find my grandma, you know, and just go there for a minute and just, you know, I was just trying to connect. And I went out there, y'all. I found my granddad. Rest in peace to my grandpa Jimmy Lee. He's prevalent in my life as well. I went and saw my granddad's grave, and I'm walking around. I'm looking for my grandma. And I couldn't find her. And that thing bothered me. I'm like, I know my grandma got buried over here. She passed away when I was like 8 or so. So just so happened, the lady that runs the graveyard, she was out there, and she was like, who you looking for? Can you give me some dates, and I can find a book for you? So I'm telling her, so she was like, it's not in this car. I said, home, go get it. If you still here when I come back, like, I'll show it to you. So just so happened, I'm still really just out there. I guess she stayed on Reed Street, not far. So she come back, she got the book. She's like, I'm gonna have my son take you over there to the plot or whatever. So I'm like, okay, great, you found it. We get to the plot. I'm like, it's just grass. We looking like, it's just grass, like, we confused. So he like, let me dig down, you know, just a little bit to see if something under here. Dig down about 3 feet under. My grandma, she still just had the temporary plaque. The green with the paper. No shade, none of my family. I swear this is not no shade. But I was so upset. Like, I was so upset. Like, and I just felt like, you know, we let my grandmother kind of feel forgotten. Oh my goodness. So, that's deep. Yeah, it bothered me because I was a grandma girl.
So let me ask you a question. Did you know these people who helped you?
No.
Do y'all see how? Hello. Yeah, I because know when something is supposed to happen, Spirit will put people in your path that will help you push your car. So, you know, they helped her push her car by helping her discover where her grandmother was at.
So check this out. For him to have to dig that like that and find it, they pretty much have further let me know I was the first one of all my grandma, great-grandkids, all her kids. I'm the first one to literally try to find her grave. Because if anybody else wanted to find it, they could have went out there just like I did, you know, and or called the people to find out where it is. Like, that broke my heart that my grandma didn't have a tombstone. And so now I do a lot of things and thoughts of her. On Mother's Day, I do special things, like, and I do it in thoughts of my grandma, like, and that's how I honor her.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that was nothing but God, because you went looking and you found her. She did not let you pass her by. No. And that's big energy, and it's meant. That's how you know all of this is meant, because like I told y'all, she kept sticking out. Like, I didn't know this woman. I'm like, who is this? Why is she sticking out? And I really didn't know what to do with the feeling, so I just kind of waited until she came to me, because Spirit told me that she would. That is another reason why I didn't mind being patient, and I just didn't like go in her inbox and saying certain things or telling her what I was feeling, just drawing from her energy. But another reason why y'all can't mess with this woman, because her grandfather, she does. See, some of us that are, when you are the black sheep, that black sheep is spiritual meaning behind that, you guys. It's not just being treated a certain type of way from your family. It's real spiritual meaning behind that. You are the one. You're the one that's gonna come out the gauntlet, break the mold. Yeah, you're the one. So it's just like overstanding innocent. You think that we ain't got no protectors out here? Cause my grandfathers and my great uncle, my Uncle Bear especially, he gets busy. He don't play around. So same thing with her grandfather. It's like certain people you just cannot mess with. I just be telling y'all that. Like, hopefully.
Between my grandparents and E, boy, knock yourselves out.
Okay. Okay, slamming doors and stuff.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Pushing people right on out the picture.
E make himself very present. And it's like, it was to a point where people really thought I was crazy. Like, they thought I was crazy. Like, Chaka losing her mind. Like, E ain't connected with her. Yes, he was. I got video footage of my daughter at like 1 year old talking to her dad, clear as day, saying, I love you, daddy. Her daddy passed when she was 3 months old. And it's like, what kind of that's what changed my perspective on a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Just seeing like stuff that I never thought was possible happening in my face. Stuff that people always told me like, ain't no such thing as ghosts, that's this, that's that. And when I saw my daughter on videotape, it was randomly caught on videotape of her
the timing was perfect.
He needed
for
me to see that. He needed for me to see that. Because I really feel like he was gone. That was something that always made me feel better too. I knew that no matter how I may think he's gone, he's not. He's always with me, and he's always with celebrities.
Right.
With that being said, watch how y'all do now.
Watch how y'all do.
That is not playing, because who's going to be able to take that celebrity? Think you going to let something happen to me?
Okay. And watch how y'all do her, because I want to say this, children deserve love. Like, when children go through something like that, they need as much love as possible.
Like,
how y'all know this little girl ain't crying some days for her dad or just feeling that absent? Like, come on. Family got to stick together. People got to stick together. Everybody. It costs nothing to love on a child. That's one of the things that God loves. And it's just like she deserved, her heart deserve to be taken care of on a whole other level. So yes, honey, I see how you be going hard, honey. I see how you be kicking down them doors for her, honey. I see you don't play no games, honey. Okay, and so the realization of God's work within your life, like even within the chaos, even with some of the worst things, what is your take or perception on God's work in your life?
I feel like you just gotta stop questioning God, like, and we do, and I understand, because sometimes stuff happens that we really just don't understand. But sometimes you gotta understand is God is building you, and that's all He been doing is been building me. He had to break me down so He can build me back up to who He needed me to be. Like, you know, certain things I might would have done certain things and stuff didn't happen a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It's like for a long time I didn't understand the law. I still don't sometimes, but I don't question it. I understand now that God had greater plans, and all this is gonna do is just make me better. Right. It's just making me better. Instead of like how they say, if it don't break you, if it don't make you, it don't break. I'm not letting it break me. I'm letting it make me. And I'm trying to keep his name from going in vain. I know what he was about. Like I know what he wanted out of life. So I'm trying my best to still live that life for him. You know what I'm saying? Try my best.
In the midst of all of this, like I said, just from the moment I met you and just, you know, feeling your energy, you getting your first reading, you having your first reading, and your ancestors coming in and they delivering, they letting you know who good, who ain't. I feel like your ancestors came in and sort stuff out like, you know, yeah. You know, I feel like you have harnessed it well. A lot of people don't harness it well. A lot of people are like, what? You know, but when I tell y'all it took this woman no time, some people they'll give me grief about what their ancestors need for them to do. This one here, she wasted no time. It was so serious. I'm talking about giving offerings, writing in her journal, meditating. She had her kids meditating, spending more time outside, just being patient with the entire process. And this is one of my star people clients, you know, because I like to say it like that because sometimes people will seek you and not really want the help. She's one of the ones who she needed my help and she really, really wanted the help. And then it's like, since then, amazing things has been happening to her and for her. And I mean, you know, we see some of the evil eyes you guys send. They trust me, they don't go unnoticed. But we also see you guys falling a little while after, trying to wish somebody bad or just trying to keep somebody's name in rotation for all of the wrong reasons. Today, you know her story. And I hope you guys, especially people who feel a disconnection with her, can see why she did certain things and why she moved the way she moved. And understand and understand sometimes when you're dealing with stuff, you just gotta do what's best for you and yours.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just do, it's necessary. So I wanted to give you a gift. Yes, honey.
Not a gift.
Okay. So this is a Rose of Jericho. Now I had introduced this plant to some of my people on Facebook and stuff, but it's a resurrection plant, so you can use it two ways.
Okay.
You can use it to honor your ancestors and just have for your ancestors, and you also can use it to draw in prosperity, money, you know, just for your business, things of that nature. And I also got a crystal, but I don't know what I did with the crystal, but I'll give you the crystal. It's a malachite crystal, just for your healing journey.
Okay.
So this is for you, and all you do, add water, add coins, a little bit of cinnamon. Talk to your water, you know, thank you, water, for keeping the flow of currency within my life. Thank you for, you know, keeping my clients flowing in.
Okay. Yes.
And that's really it, you know, and then your clients too, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and say this, can put coins in your bowl for like good prosperity.
Okay.
So you guys love the way she did y'all hair. Y'all could drop a few coins in her bowl and be like, you know what, girl, you going somewhere. We believe in you. This is funding your dreams. This is us showing you that we believe in where you're going and what you're doing and how you're doing it. Because I'm telling y'all, she destined. She is. So I thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. This is not the only time. She will be back, honey. But when she come back, it's going to be on a funner note. I just wanted her to be able to tell y'all who she is, because she really a dope person.
Thank you.
And y'all be having it messed up.
For real.
Okay?
And stop trying to make it look like me and my friend, we also evil type time, because she ain't doing nothing but encouraging me to heal, to be better, and get what's for me.
Right.
That's all. That's it.
And she ain't never came to me like, oh, I want you to do something to this person. She's
Thank
never.
you. Thank
She has
you
never.
for clearing that up, because
If she did, I wouldn't even be saying it.
I'm sick of y'all.
I would just be
always
keeping it.
take something and turn it into a negative because
Right.
they give you something to run with. Don't
Right. Y'all just have to stop messing with the wrong people. That's it. And then you won't have to be thinking that somebody put a root on you. Some of y'all just messing with God's people.
Yeah.
And God got people for his people.
Y'all never heard
Both
of karma?
ways.
Y'all
Right.
never heard of karma?
Right, exactly. So you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode of And Still Is All Love, and I hope that you guys can take away from her story and just understand and understand she's really a dope person. It's really not what you guys think it is, but you know, anything else you want to add?
I just want to say, book Chaka the Hair Magician here.
I know that's right.
Whether it's tie-dye, glitter shoes, candy fruit, get in with me.
Okay, get in. Whatever you need, baby. This girl do it all, y'all. And it takes a special type of person to be that tapped into their creativity. A lot of y'all don't be knowing what y'all want to do or how y'all want to do it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day on motherfucking purpose. Peace.
Yeah.